What makes Omori's music so beautifully sad, and what happens when I blend it with a musical instrument famous for that smiling through tears emotion? I took two of Omori's most well-known tracks, and with the help of two big eurekas, played them on this. This is the Erhu, and although you might not have heard its name before, you've probably heard it in things like Kung Fu Panda's Oogway Ascends, or the credits music from Legend of Korra. Either way, the Erhu is a super emotional instrument, which begs the question of what will happen when we use it to play music from Omori. Now, for most of this, I'm going to assume that you already know about the video game Omori, its characters, and its story, especially the tear-jerking parts, so if you don't know about any of this, this is the spoiler warning. Even if you're like me and don't really play video games, there are playthroughs of it right here on YouTube. Go ahead and enjoy one of those as long as you're okay with what the story gets into, and I'll be right here whenever you're ready. Okay, let's go ahead and begin with the first of the two tracks, Good Morning. Good Morning, to me, is the track that embodies the difference between joy and happiness. Joy is what I feel when I taste ice cream, drink a good cup of tea, get together with friends, or play a fun round of mahjong with my family. Good Morning, on the other hand, embodies happiness, that hug you get from loved ones after a mental breakdown, the sense of belonging when your friends stick by you in the face of hardship, or that huge weight off your shoulders when you're finally able to forgive yourself after, say, 4 years of self-hatred from an accident that results in your mind being plagued by the image of your older sister's death. Stuff like that. That melancholic catharsis was really important to me, and to do that feeling justice, I would have to figure out what exactly made this track tick. And here, these parts got my Erhu senses tingling, although I guess from your point of view it might not be obvious. Here, try my glasses for a sec. Okay, now you can see how I see things as an Erhuist. This is number notation, and although it may seem strange to you, you can still probably notice that there's a lot of 4s scattered around here, and even a 4 sharp, and oh, is that a subscribe button? This is exciting to me because I know a traditional Erhu classic that has a similar pattern, and with a bit of practice, I can use the techniques from that piece when I play Good Morning. Let me go consult the ancient text real quick. Here we go. The big Erhu classic I had thought of was this one, Binzongin, or Soliloquy of Sickness. And while it doesn't have as many 4s as Good Morning, when it does have a 4, it's always in places with high levels of emotion, and most importantly, it's paired with Rubato, or the changings of timings to notes. Ooh, that felt weird. It took a few days to apply this nugget of the ancients to Good Morning, and you can see what it sounded like in progress over at Erhu 2-all. Eventually I felt good enough to record it, but it took me until I started adding accompaniment to realize just how much rubato I had subconsciously added. Okay, just give me a time lapse to fix this. Okay, so that was Good Morning, a popular track from Omori in its own right. But if I were to ask fans of the game what their favorite Omori song was, chances are it would be Duet, when Sunny finally gets to play his long-awaited duet with his sister. Not only does the piece encapsulate the biggest conflict resolution of the entire story, but the original music is truly amazing. Just thinking about playing duet on Erhu and trying to match that essence made Good Morning seem like a cakewalk, because not only did the original duet use a real musical instrument, it was specifically a violin. I've gone over my thoughts on the violin when compared to the Erhu in a previous video, but suffice to say that my pride as an Erhuist was on the line. As an Erhuist, I only had half the strings of a violin, but with that decreased range came a huge advantage: 5-dimensional vibrato. Okay, I know that sounds absolutely bonkers, but stick with me here, because with any luck, this is going to be the big thing that lets me add that extra oomph to my final performance of Duet. First of all, if you don't know what vibrato is, this is vibrato. It's when you oscillate around some bass pitch, giving it a sense of waviness, of vibration, hence the name. Now, I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on violins, so correct/roast me in the comments, but judging from these really helpful explainer videos, it seems that violin vibrato can be boiled down to a couple different factors: the frequency, or how fast your vibrato is going, and the amplitude, or how much you veer from that bass pitch, which can be affected by whether you're using wrist vibrato or arm vibrato. These two dimensions of vibrato can then change over time, our third dimension. So vibrato on violin has 3 dimensions, and you would think the same would be true for pretty much any other string instrument. However, the Erhu is missing something really huge compared to a violin. There's no fingerboard! Without a fingerboard getting in the way, I'm not only able to slide from the bass note, but press it. So in addition to being able to change frequency and amplitude over time, I can also specify my direction to be up and down like a violin, towards and away the neck, or even a combination of the two. I literally work in a higher dimensional vibrato, and what in violin is considered to be the main type of vibrato is to me just one of 3 types: rolling, sliding, and the biggest one for this project, pressing. This is the big thing that I focused on for the next month as I practiced this emotional monolith of a piece, and with a final recording, it was done. Or so I thought. Okay, this is embarrassing to admit, but I just completely forgot that this piece was called Duet for a reason. At first I thought I could just play the violin part and add some piano to it later, just like I did with Good Morning, but oh my gods, was that out of sync. This piece is truly a duet. You can't have one without the other. Then, in my time of need, I found this amazing creator named Lavos who had made a MIDI file of the piano accompaniment, and with their blessing, it was time to knock this monster of an emotional catharsis out of the park. For real this time. Omori is a story that sticks with me, and I'm happy I devoted a project to even just a tiny bit of its awesome music. Another big thanks to Lavos for the piano accompaniment, and I hope you enjoyed these unique spins on Omori's music. If you want more Erhu goodness, then feel free to subscribe. I've heard that the YouTube button is supposed to glow now whenever I say subscribe, so let me know if it ends up working for you. With that, I'll see you again soon, and I hope you're well, wherever you are. Bye.